Good morning, children. How are you? I hope all of you are fine. You know that in the last class we have completed exercise 5.3, that is arithmetic progression. And what we learned from this chapter? We learned AP series, same common difference. A series uses same common difference. After that we learned n term, that is an is equal to a plus n minus 1d, and after that we learned sum of the n term. So how to find out sum of the n term? Sn is equal to n by 2 twice a plus n minus 1d by using this formula. So I hope all of you understood that chapter. Now today I am going to start a new chapter. Yesterday I thought about this chapter. Actually I already told you that those chapters are easily I can finish through online classes. I will select that chapter first. So I have selected a new chapter for you, that is chapter 10, circle. It is very easy chapter, and you already got in class 9. So today we will start chapter circle. So before that, every day I remind you, and today also I want to remind you that please don't forget to mark your attendance. Every day you are having 3 periods, yes or no? In these 3 periods you have to give attendance 3 times, for first period, for second period, and also for third period. Okay, I request all of you, please don't forget to mark your attendance. Okay, let's start our class. We'll start circle chapter 10. See, these things you know already, but I want to remind you once again. See, draw a circle. This is called center. This is called chord. You can draw like that, so many chord here also. The longest chord which passes through the center is called diameter, and half of this diameter is called what? Radius. Okay. Then this is chord, and this chord and this arc. This is arc or not? This is arc. So this part is called segment, and this is called minor segment, minor segment, and this is major segment. Similarly, this is center, this is radius, and this only this line. Okay. So this portion is called sector. This is minor sector, and this part is major sector. Similarly, already I told you this part is called what? Arc. These are the simple conception of chapter circle what you got in your previous classes. Understood? I have all of you understood? Chord, radius, diameter, minor segment, major segment. Okay, any confusion, then you can ask me. So next, what you will get in class 10? See, when you draw a line segment, this is from this point to another point, this is called what? Chord. If a line passes through the circle, then if a line passes through the circle, this is a line, see, it is called what? Secant. S-E-C-A-N-T. It is called what? This is a new concept. If a line actually passes through the circle, it's called what? Secant. Now, if you draw like that second, then one time you get 1 second which pass through, which only touch at one point on the circle. Means a second, it is not a second now, because what is second? A second always passes through the circle, and it intersect at how many points? 2 points. But here how many points? This line intersect how many points in the circle? At 1 point. So what is the name of this? Let me explain. See, now we will get tangent of a circle. What is this? I will tell you later. Tangent of a circle. See, tangent means what? A tangent to a circle is a line that intersect the circle at only 1 point. Now understand what is this? What is this? I repeat, a tangent to a circle is a line that intersect the circle at only 1 point. That means at only point, this line is called what? Then what this is? What? Tangents. Now I'll give you the actual concept of tangent. See, this is second. Actually there is a conception of second is what. Now first I want to explain this one. If you draw like that lines, okay, these are not tangent, don't forget. If you are drawing like that, this is also see, this line is passes through the what, only how many points, try to understand, only how many points, this is circle, how many points, 1 point, but only a line passes through the only intersect at 1 point is called tangent. It is not correct. You have to see this is a line, only 1 point intersect, but if you extend this one will intersect again, it become what, second, so it is not a tangent. So here you can see only one tangent, as you can see, this is only, these are not tangent. You can extend this one to pass, this one also you can extend, and here you can see this line, if you extend from this side and if you extend from this side, they never intersect the circle again. Means at on 1 point in a circle, means I want to say that there is only one tangent at a point of the circle. Only one tangent you can draw at a point of the circle. Understood? So in circle how many points are there? In circle there are infinitely many points. If 1 point, one tangent, then infinite points, infinite number of tangents. Okay. The tangents to a circle is a special case of the second, which when the two endpoints of its corresponds chord coincide. Means I want to say the one thing again. If this this is what, second. If you rotate this second, suppose you are rotating like that. This is a fixed point. You are rotating like that, rotating like that. When you wrote this one, this is point fixed. Then this it will come like that. One time you will get what? Here one time you will get like this. Means after rotating this line like one time you will get direct. This point is fixed. You can see. This end will become this side like that. You will get exactly this one. This is called what? Tangent. So like this, a second become what? Tangent. Understood? Means the tangent intersect only at, you have to remember that a tangent intersect only at 1 point. Understood? This is a new concept of tangent. A tangent to a circle is a line that intersects the circle at only 1 point. Understood all of you? What is tangent and what is second? A second intersects the circle at 2 points and which passes through the circle. Clear? Okay. Next. This where the tangent intersects to the circle, the point is called what? Point of contact. Don't forget. The point who intersect the means the tangent which intersect the circle. The point is called what? Point of contact. And this is called tangent. You know this one. Okay. Theorem 10.1. The tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. That means I want to say that suppose you are having a tangent, P is a point of contact and AB is the tangent and P is point of contact. If O is the center of the circle, then OP is what? OP is what? Tell me. OP is radius. Then OP is always perpendicular to the tangents. That is why the line joining from the point of contact to the radius is always perpendicular to the what? Always perpendicular to the tangent. This is the theorem 10.1. Means OP perpendicular to AB. Theorem 10.2. The length of tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. That means suppose you are taking an external point Q. From this point you are drawing a tangent. This is a tangent. Yes or no? This is a tangent. This may be line. And this is the point, external point. And here also you can draw what? Tangents. Yes or no? Only one point. It has only one point. This is M and this point of contact is what? P. Then from the same point you are drawing two tangent. No? That means what? This length is always equal. Means QP is equal to QM. QP is equal to QM. The length of tangent drawn from the external point are always equal. These are the two theorems. I hope all of you understood this theorem. Two theorem. Okay. This is 10.1. How many tangents can a circle have? You can give you answer. Yes or no? How many tangents can a circle have? A circle have how many points? There are infinitely many points. So answer is what? How many tangents can a circle have? Infinite number of infinite number of tangents circle. Clear? Fill in the blanks. This is your homework. Okay. If you understood the concept what I explained, then you can give all the answers. So this is your homework. Fill in the blanks. Question number 3. This is MCQ. Okay. A tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 cm meets a line through the center O at A and point Q so that OQ is equal to 12 cm, length PQ is, means you need to find out the length PQ. So I'll make it easy for you. Let me draw the figure. A tangent PQ at a point P. A tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius how much? 5 cm. This is P. This is center O. Suppose this is the tangent PQ. A tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 cm meets a line through the center O at a point Q. Try to understand. At a point Q so that OQ is equal to this O, means Q is the external point. Q is the external point. Now what is the question? What is the question? Length PQ. You need to find out this length. So according to theorem, you know this is how much? 90 degree, because the line joining from the point of contact to the center is always 90 degree. Then OP, how much they have given? Radius is 5 cm. And OQ also you have how much? 12. Now it is clear to you. Now you can solve. How? Because you can use Pythagoras theorem. Okay. Using PT. PT means Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse is what? It is 90 degree. The hypotenuse is OQ. OQ is equal to OP square plus PQ square. OQ is 12. What is OP? 5. (144) 25 PQ square. Then 144 minus 25 PQ square. How much then? If you minus 14.5 9, then 3 2 1 119, then PQ square. If you take out the square, you will get PQ is equal to what? Root over 119 centimeter. So this is the answer. This is easy. Okay. So you can choose. There are 4 options. Maybe you can choose. The correct answer is what? Root 119. 10.2. So 10.2 question number are from a point Q, the length of the tangent to a circle is 24 cm and the distance of Q from the center is 25 cm. Find the radius of the circle. This is also a MCQ. So this one you can find out. But just now I have solved question number 1, exercise 10.1. Similar question. Here you need to find out radius. Draw the figure from this information. And question number 1, again one more question maybe there. Question number 2. Okay. From exercise 10.2, question number 1 and question number 2 is similar as question number 1 of exercise 10.1. So you can try yourself. In case any doubt, then you can ask me. I will discuss, or I am going to solve question number 3 from this exercise 10.2. Question number 3. Okay. Question number 1 and question number 2 you can solve yourself. If tangent PA and PB from a point P to a circle with center O are inclined to each other at angle how much? 80 degree. Then angle PO is equal to how much? This is also MCQ. Let us draw the figure. This is a circle. Now P is the external point. PA and PB are the tangent. If you draw, this is P. I am not using scale. That is why it become like that. But you understood, no? Use scale and compass to draw it. Okay. Now this point is A. This point is B. From the given information, you have to draw the figure. Now PA and PB are inclined, means this angle. Circle P to a circle which with center are inclined. If tangent PA and PB from a point P to a circle with center O are inclined to each other how much? 80 degree. Then find angle POA. POA means which one? POA means you have to join this PO like that. POA, this angle you have to find out. Clear? You have to find out this angle. Already you know this is how much? 90 degree. Now you need this angle for this total is what? 80 degree. If you get APO or OPA, then after getting this one is a triangle. You can use triangle property. See, first of all, so in what? OB. You can write in figure angle OAP is equal to how much? 90. Angle APB is equal to how much? 80 degree. This is using theorem, okay? OAP is 90 degree. Now, in triangle POA and triangle POB, if we compare these two triangle, then we see PA is equal to PB because the length of the tangent drawn from the external point is equal. So it is what? Using theorem 10.2 or using theorem also you can write directly using theorem 10.2. Again, OP is equal to OP, common or not, and OA is equal to OB. Why? Same radius. Using SSS, both the triangle are what? Congruent. You know already what is congruent. POA is equal to what? POB. If they are congruent, then you can see the total 80 degree now. So these are two angles are there, this triangle and this triangle. So you can say these two triangle angle are equal, means angle OPA and OPB are equal. Therefore, angle OPA is equal to angle OPB. CPCT. Okay, see this is according to CPCT. Or directly you can write OPA and OPB is equal to how much? Total 80 degree, then this is how much? 40 degree. Getting 40 degree. If it is 40 degree now, you are getting this angle, and also you have using triangle property, means angle sum property of triangle. Using ASP means angle sum property. Angle what need to find out? AOP. So POA. Angle PO is equal to what? Total angle. How many angles are there? 3 angles. How many? 180. This one you know already. You can find out 180 minus just 90 plus how much? 50. 180 minus 90 plus 40. How much? 130. So answer is what? 50 degree. Understood no, this one? 180 minus, if you add these three, 90, 40 plus PO is equal to 180, then you can get like this. So I wrote shortcut, okay? PO is 180 minus 90 plus 40, these two plus, and minus from the sum of all the angles. Okay, 180 minus 130, 50. Clear? Next, question number 4. Prove that the tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter of a circle are parallel. Prove that the tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter of a circle are parallel. See, try to understand. This is a circle and this is the diameter. This center O. So diameter, this is diameter. If you draw a tangent here, it's a 1 point, okay, here, and also if you draw a tangent here, okay, so this is A and this is B, then A and B here becomes what? Point of contact of this tangents. So name of the tangents are suppose PQ. Amen. Understood? Amen. What need to prove? You need to prove PQ is parallel to MN. Means prove that the tangent drawn at the ends of a diameter are what? Parallel. So you explain. Let AB is a what? Sorry, I write like that. Let PQN MN are the tangents of a circle of center in the figure AB is the what? Diameter. And you can see clearly A and B are the points of contact of PQ and MN respectively. What I wrote? Let PQ and MN are the tangents of a circle of center O. In the figure, AB is the what? Diameter. And A and B are the what? Points of contacts. I don't need to write this one. Okay. Now what need to prove? To prove PA parallel to MN. Okay. Suppose this is angle 1 and this is angle 2. Angle 1, angle 2. Using theorem, if you use theorem here, then what theorem? Then you know the theorem that from the line joining from the point of contact to the center is called what? This is all is called what? Is how much? It's 90 degree. So angle 1 is 90 degree. Similarly, this side also the line joining from the center to the point of contact. This is also 90 degree. Means angle 1 is also 90 degree. Angle 2 is also 90 degree. Angle 1 is equal to 90 degree and angle 2 is also equal to 90 degree. So we can say that angle 1 is equal to angle 2. If angle 1 is equal to angle 2, that means what? Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. See, this is the alternate property of parallel line. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Both are 90 degree. It means that this maintain the alternate property of parallel line. So PQ is parallel to what? Hence, parallel to MN. It's alternate angles. Yes or no? Means we got the alternate angles are equal. That is why PQ parallel to MN. So it's proved. The tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter of a circle are what? Parallel. Okay. Now see your homeworks. These are your homeworks. Exercise 10.1. Exercise 10.1. Question number 2. Fill in the blanks. Then question number 4. In exercise 10.2. Question number 1, 2, 5 and 6. These are your homeworks. Okay. Try to complete all the homeworks and submit in the evening. And what we discussed today, if you have any doubt or confusion, please ask me through message in my WhatsApp. Okay, I will try to give, or I will try to clarify all the